double smoking the window or waiting on the timing. The amount of times that Simple has been able to stand here after mollying the window smoke and getting an opportunity to get a kill is just far too many. And he's not overthinking that. He knows they're making a mistake, and he's taking full advantage. It's been a couple of 5v4s that Nip do not want to give up. That being said, this game is not over. That bomb plants, some close rounds, a couple of bomb plants means the economy is doing okay. That's Nip's third timeout here as we get to round 30. A very real chance this goes to OT. These rounds are all scary. And that was a 4v5.
Just immediate A setup.
Yeah.
First it was 2 players mid 2 rounds ago, then it was just Alexi, and now this time there's nobody. Screw mid, all in A.
SDY just sitting on default.
This is going to be a hell of a test. No close rotate. Gets at least one, but Electronic through the smoke finishes off what was left of Vampus, and Alexi also gets tagged up heavily. Quick ticket peek won't happen, but when it does come, it's all in. Na'Vi, 3 players. And with how much of this retake and fight has happened towards Connector, no surprise that the ninjas are watching this side of the post plant. But they hear this rumbling, this ruckus, and Rez delivers a double. Put him on the rifle, and he's gonna chew him up, spit him out. Here comes Simple 1v2, and down he goes to Alexi. Regulation, not enough.
Holy smokes. They planted inside of triple and then played the post plant towards jungle. Completely caught Na'Vi off guard. I was wondering what happened there. Rez went to plant the bomb in the back of triple and then changed up and went on the inside. And look at the CTs all looking forward. All the T angles used against them. And it's the full A attack call that wins the round. SDY floating in the middle of the site thinking, I've done enough to scare him back from this opportunity. But they still take it. It was a nice recovery from Na'Vi, but it's just as impressive that Nip survived all that and still brought it to overtime.
That nade? Oh, no, Alexi has to run. Red says screw the op. Back in with the 5 AKs. Top stairs spotted. A lot of bodies inside of that palace.
They wanted to explode off that kill. And 3 ready to go. That tactic gets defeated, and meanwhile, Na'Vi were thinking about stopping B. They've got Perfecto lodged into this outpost position with an op behind it. You know, if Nip just incidentally avoid this, then that's going to be, you know, one of their best moves possible. But given some time, it looks like Simple, he's just going to leave. They smoke behind it. Comes down to Perfecto, clearing this. Oh, he dies. Oh my god, he dies. He moves at the perfect opportunity for Hampus. Simple, or excuse me, Bit, who's been the star, is sometimes in these B holds. Hard angle on Cat.
The first piece of success for the CT side was Bit holding off on Catwalk, and now here we are again! Oh, incredible! What is this? A skewer inside of the Catwalk, and they just evaporate, disintegrate. And Hampus tries to recover, but Bit, a calamity for the ninjas.
That's got to be the fastest 3K of all time. The perfect timing for Bit, not letting the fight come towards him. Hearing enough, just enough to make this move happen. And that lineup speaks to how closely knit that attack was, but at the same time, Bit couldn't have found a more opportune moment to move out. And that's just one of many unreal clips that he's gotten playing CT side on B.
Have you ever seen heads pop that fast? Bit splatters the ninjas, but don't think that they didn't have something good going. And don't think that it's going to be easy for Na'Vi, as yet again they go down 4v5.
Yeah, getting the opening kills. should be one of the most important stats. That Perfecto death. I mean, why wouldn't you try to split B in that situation?
Hampus versus Perfecto again. This time it's not just Hampus. He's got teammates right behind him. Perfecto opts for a different spot. There is nothing else at B. Perfecto has to get something going, and it's an easy first pickup. All of a sudden, Catwalk needs to be held. Bit tries to sprint into position, eats the flash. He's got support over the shoulder, and both of Navi's players deliver. Bomb down, and they're hanging on for dear life from this Catwalk. It's the pain point of the Ninjas again.
Oh, they just needed a little bit more firepower on that attack. Na'Vi, late rotations coming in. They were looking scared. As soon as somebody crosses that pillar, their positions get exposed. But instead, Na'Vi win both their duels. SDY and Simple, they're beat up, but they're still alive. Bit as well. But no one worse than Alexi. On the op in a 1v3 with no time remaining. Bob not in his hands. And these are 2 rounds that Nip got the 5v4 and potentially could have won. Tried to attack B and failed.
Nothing left in that one.
Yeah.
17 for Na'Vi.
And now they'll have to look to that CT side comeback. You know, we got one more round left on this T side, and the game's definitely not over. But there's no telling what that CT side's going to offer us. Na'Vi getting pushed to wit's end, but still delivering.
Final attempt to make anything happen. And Electronic, well, he'll at least get traded out here by Rez.
Rez buying an op for himself here on T side in overtime.
Not a part of the first 2 OTT rounds. Decides to swing one in the third.
I don't think he bought an op on T side at all, even in regulation. Maybe he did, maybe he did. Oh no, Bit turns around.
Oh, the timing.
A huge timing. Yeah. Okay, listen. 4v3. It's their best setup to convert. But look at Hampus. He wants to go bully Perfecto. SDY searching out on the ramp. He dies to Esatag. 4v2.
And Bit and Hampus, they're going to change positions here inside of Market. Hampus doesn't find Perfecto and then gets shot in the back. This is still one of those weird moments that could go either way. I mean, Simple's got the CZ out. Esatag gets wrecked by the pistol, but Rez brings it back. A shot off of the stairs, trades out 2 teammates in this final round of their OTT side.
Yeah, they've got a standard setup here.
And who else? Perfecto, who's bailed them out of more than 1 round throughout this event, is going to try again in the clutch for the flawless Na'Vi CT side. Rez from default has no nades to work with, just jump spots, and hopes to set up Brolin for the clutch. That Molotov could end up being important as there's no smoke for Perfecto to defuse with, but that bomb's also beyond the halfway point, so now suddenly he has to press in, no other choice. He's got to get this going, and as he takes down Rez, there comes the Molotov. He can tap it once inside, but this one decided by time, and Ninjas get by with at least the 1.
Wow, I can't believe they pulled out in the end. They had to work so hard to get this 1 round. They could have cleared this entire overtime and been on 3 straight, 1 round away from actually closing out this series. Denying Nip the stadium. But now it seems like there's still a chance. Again, we look at that first half, 7-1 to start for Na'Vi, and it ends 8-7. Do I have that right? Something close to that. You know, a massive recovery for NIP, but it was all those later rounds. It was the adaptation rounds.
Yes.
You know, it was rounds without the pistol as well. You could say those would be more meaningful.
12 straight. Let's see if 1's enough. What a recovery from Bit as well, may I add.
Yeah, no kidding. 5 kills at the end of the first half.
And now right up with the rest of them. This is not Ninjas beating a downtrodden Na'Vi. This is all 5 of those players now starting to piece things together. And that's arguably why they trail by 1. But a CT side to make a difference.
Esatag playing the B site very dangerously. You know, not committed in an anchor spot, playing underneath the window. Last time he got trampled by SDY, jumping out of the balcony. You know, normally you want to play this by Van Pillar, throw a smoke down and fall back, give your teammates places to rotate into.
Nasty little late lurk for middle. Electronic. Ooh, presses out. Alexi chucks the nade in.
There's that signature grenade right at the feet of Electronic.
Every time. Man throws magnets, and Sundai Young will not best S-Tag with ease. Hampus will die though, and Alexi picks that trade right up. Op shot out from Simple. Brolin's removed from this one. We've got 2 CTs on Arch still. Smoke to give cover, but Alexi starting to stand tall in OT. 3 kills to his name. Simple 20 seconds. And he's got this lineup nearly nailed against the wall, but who else? As Alexi finds 4 and ties us up again.
Wow, they pulled that off, man. That Alexi grenade, it landed right in the doorway. The perfect bounce. He is just so good. Maybe a pool player in another lifetime. I don't know, but off of Inferno, 842 utility damage just from him on that map. A player who, when the nade changes came in, dropped 1,000 damage in 1/2 with utility damage. And now, in overtime, on a map that Nip barely win, has to land this nade right in this position. Does it, sets up the B site, and then even goes over there to get a couple of more kills.
And a press in through that smoke. He had a teammate just behind him, S-Tag, who didn't move through, but Alexi's willing to take that extra risk. And it nets him another. Still anybody's map.
Yeah, now it's an even game.
Brolin, the only player at the moment outside of 20 kills.
No one wants to play Overpass at this point.
Nope.
If Ninjas can do this on Mirage, it's going to be scary as hell for Na'Vi when we go to map 3.
What map 3?
Yeah, we'll see. A-Rev setup. Oh, SDY dead. Rez has been nice with it. 29 frags. The refrags on T side with that off as well. I'm sorry for doubting.
Bit's gonna try to do his own thing. Electronics tucked behind the car, or chair. And Bit had Alexi's number in this connector play at times. Oh, the spray just off the double! He snaps it up into Brolin, one-man army through connector. And as much as we can praise him for that CT side comeback, it was the T side struggles of Bit that were real. They recover man advantage, and right now we've got Ninjas staring at a B site that is completely clear. Na'Vi only want A.
Yeah, no, Hampus lodged up on Cat. S-Tag has to sit and watch this. You know, late round, this could go anywhere. Na'Vi trying to feed into that fear, get the CTs to spread out, but look at what's happening right now. S-Tag starting to meander his way over towards A as they clear out middle control. And now assuming that this is the play, and they're right about it.
Everyone on the same page.
Hampus working on that big flank around. This could come down to a post-plant situation.
They hear the utility. Rez still yet to peel off of the B site. Na'Vi gonna find that this one's completely clear for the taking. Open plant, smoked off his connector. And Hampus wasted no time to get back around that ramp. Simple's currently up on Tetris.
Yeah, this comes down to him, and if his teammates can cause a distraction or not.
Oh! How?
He got the nade off, turned around.
Trying to just pressure both sides, and he finds that millisecond of timing.
Oh, the Molly's bad inside a firebox. They're screwed. They can't clear. They're not going to clear this now.
Rez trying to get out. Time ticking quick. Na'Vi looking to secure that 18th. They're on the brink of it. Just a couple kills away. Far too much to clear. S-Tag, too much to ask. And Na'Vi've got 18 locked in.
Okay.
A squeeze into the A site made possible by Bit.
Yes, no kidding, man. Inside a connector, he could have very easily forgot about the second player, but off of one flash from Electronic, both players bind, and he did not waste any time. Into a spray transfer, no less. Beautifully done.
Simple.
Yeah, they got this flash off, and he turned around just in time to do his job. I think Hampus heard that jump, and he's like, now's my time to shine.
And it felt like using those nades was going to be the end of him.
But it's still not over.
Na'Vi's second map point. Hampus burnt out. Oh, still takes one. And Perfecto able to reclaim it. But we've got Alexi up next. And he has been essential in these moments. No mid control, of course, from Na'Vi. They just tried to bully their way out from the forefront of that A site. Into the 3 versus 4, they're sent. Perfecto trying to find some kind of an angle over top. A spray that comes through with no damage, and Brolin holds. Rez will eventually come join him.
Ooh, it's not the most comfortable post plant. They don't have a kill here. It's 4v3. Utility left. No molly for Firebox, however.
Now they've got a frag for it. They've got a smoke for bomb. They've got flashes in abundance, and that nade could make a difference as Perfecto's drop low. But how about Simple? Not sitting back inside of the ramp, extending out instead. And with this, only 2 kills away. CT's press in, Simple every step of the way. And what do you know? Esatag will nab him and push this to a second OT.
They'll get another chance to go.
A second denial versus Na'Vi. And NIP keep this show going.
Wow, what a clutch. Man, the 5v4s are a very intimidating stat right now for NIP. They lost 2 of those rounds that they got on T side. They would love another chance. Now, this is a game, kind of no matter how it goes, you could argue that NIP have been playing better, especially as the rounds have gone on. The advantageous situations that they've been dropping. So they got to feel pretty good as a team, coming in well prepared. They are hitting shots to keep up right now. Kickoff here on CT side. They've done this without Brolin almost entirely. 14 and 30, right, in this map. And they're in double overtime versus Na'Vi.
While Alexi top frags. Nitro dropping 30 bombs yesterday. Alexi pulling it out tonight. Both of those performances versus Na'Vi. And that nade finds its home. Electronic, nearly dead.
Yeah, perfect to the fallback. Honestly, could have killed him.
You think back to that T side in overtime 1 from the Ninjas, right? It took that bit 3K skewer. A 4 versus 5. I feel like Ninjas are keeping Na'Vi on the edge of their seats.
And still Alexi top frags on 31 now.
Can't slow him down.
Who's the player criticized for taking, a spotlight connector?
3 out from Palace. It's good for 1. Hampus sprays down 2. And with that, the little left of Electronic falters inside of middle.
Oh my God.
Simple's gonna have to go God mode. And he at least crosses over towards Ticket. That's gonna give him a 1v1. If he had faced first connector, could have been a problem. Hampus, that's a freebie. Now only 3 left to deal with. And this is Simple after all. Oh, but he jumps up top, and Esatag will not give him any chance to breathe.
Damn.
19 to Ninjas.
Well, that's the first convincing round in a while. And it's NIP who win it. Their riflers inside of middle. The nades there from Esatag to get so much damage off on Electronic. The kill opening from Alexi, who's been consistent inside of connector. He's almost got as many kills as Simple right now. 2 off, in fact. And of course, Hampus been a core rifler across the series right now for NIP. A lead in double overtime. Esatag, the last time he got to play in front of the crowd, they got blown out at the last fall final. Said this was his dream to be able to play in front of a Danish crowd. And while it was a great experience, it wasn't on a team they could reasonably expect a lot from. But with this iteration of NIP, their recent results, potentially off the back of a win versus Na'Vi, it's going to feel a whole lot better knowing he has a chance.
Contact spotted. But Hampus' position's not compromised. Still keeping Ninjas preoccupied as they still hold the 3B. Nice grenade. Who else than Alexi B?
Yeah, no, we're seeing that utility come into play again.
Insanity. But Electronic has managed to get up through the window.
Yeah,
that means murder hole's a problem. And Alexi's cautious about it all.
They have given up windows, so they have to be aware of the timing.
Remember Hampus' advice. Clear every corner.
Oh, there's Brolin down. Electronic shows himself, but it's with a kill.
Rez stays stuck to the side of Ticket.
Oh, the split is so solid. There's no one on Cat to even stop him.
Nope. Oh my God. Could have been bombed down. A nade chucked out, but it's not going to be enough to stop Electronic. Alexi tries to press in, and that's going to cost him. 3 versus 5 for the Ninjas as Na'Vi just pieced together an excellent A hit with 0 hold offered from the Ninjas. But what about a retake? Well, they still need to unroot Bit from the jungle, deal with SDY deep over on that ramp, and Bit first and foremost, is going to make sure that jungle remains a problem. Hampus preoccupied with that fight, Rez down empty-handed, and it's excellent from Na'Vi, 19 all.
Okay, that split was huge, and Electronic was the reason they won it. Taking out the anchor in the site, no CT control there, no other CTs available. They win window, they have connector smoked off, and they split perfectly. And the cohesion was right there. It's like the first time it feels like Na'Vi looked warmed up, and their reverse firebox boost from Perfecto as well made that retake close to impossible. Need to keep incendiaries available for situations like this to be able to retake the site. A couple of times now that's cost them. And again, frustration from Brolin, who is just getting bullied this map.
He's gonna try again, and Simple's got his number. Looking for 2 terrorist round wins. There's only 1 for each team in the first OT. Oh, Hampus back with the pistol. Tries to go for more and
Oh, the bit takes the tempo.
ultimately costs him. Bit wasting no time, would have heard that scope.
They're under Balk right now. Let this connector timing go. Bit's winning this round for Na'Vi, and Alexi's putting himself in a weird spot.
Done. Sundai Young presses up against Tetris, and Bit, I mean, he's got this one hook, line, and sinker. Molotoved out by his own team, but so be it. It's a 5 versus 2, and a desperate attempt is all that Ninjas will have left to throw up in this CT half.
Yeah, Hampus was right. Someone was in that smoke, and he tried to lock down that kill, but going to the P250 was a risk. Thought he did a bit more damage.
Electronic just scoffs him off. So now Rez trying to get this retake going. Simple already posted. And now all of a sudden we've got a whole new Na'Vi. 5 stand strong as 2 T rounds get posted. 20-19.
So it's 22 to win, 21 to go to a third overtime. You'd be a fool to have expectations at this point. Both teams showing good rounds, both on attack and defense. Hard to say what will happen. And now Simple starting to peel away, 36 and 26. Keeping consistent with his incredible performances so far here in the fall final, despite some of his team's best efforts and losing.
Very fast. Ninjas, look at this flood.
God.
Not even a pause. They just try to run straight in. And Estetag and Brolin reclaim this. It's a 3 versus 5 turned even.
Yeah, and they have CT.
What looked like was going to be a total collapse. And then Simple finds Alexi. It's justice for all the nades that Alexi's gotten off throughout this series. A smoke grenade behind Brolin.
Misses.
Not ideal. Does Brolin want to run the risk of still fighting DCT? He's going to get caught as he tries to fall off with a ticket. Simple down inside a jungle. Rez looking for a 1v3. Last 2 players over top, and there it is. A 21st from Na'Vi. Not the win, but 2 attempts to close.
Yeah, that's gonna feel nice. Oh, that was a little awkward in the post plan. They needed to go for more, and it felt like they were trying to cut off the amount of info they had. The smoke lands behind Brolin. It doesn't cause a one-way for him. He stays up on the ticket, and he just gets flashed off because it's just a natural thing to do when you're coming in for the retake. Na'Vi putting on just enough pressure. There's an M4 running out of bullets on a 2K spray transfer that could have made that situation even worse for NIP.
Makes you wonder what kind of a better position Brolin maybe.
Oh, they missed their window, Molly.
Aye.
Oh my god, Bit's taking so much damage. They still get in here and Electronic still gets his kill.
Thank God 1 player gets out.
What just happened? They could have got opt off that. No smoke out of
Yikes.
spawn. It's getting scrappy.
And with that, it could lean Na'Vi into closing out this map, pushing us to overpass.
Wait, Hampus is hearing a lot right now. Oh, and Bit's still watching that. 34 HP after running through his own Molotov. Or his teammates, and then he gets the op because of it and gets a kill. Is this how they close out versus Nip?
Oh, it got so messy in these last few rounds. Devil's in the details. And Ninja's on the brink of death. We go back to a point where this match was 8-1 for Na'Vi. 12 rounds straight out of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. We had no clue what to expect. Na'Vi with 1 chance to close in regulation, failed. 1 chance to close in the first OT, failed. And now, with 2 attempts, it looks like this one's queued up. All too easy. Rez pressing in from the catwalk. But that top position is fantastic. And Bit, no sweat, as eventually Esatag has to cross and he gets splattered on the backside of the apartment. Na'Vi, it's not pretty, but they get there. And it felt like they were letting this one slip. It felt as though the returning Fall Finals champions were about to be eliminated by the Ninjas in Pyjamas, and that could still be the case. But if it's to happen, it needs to happen on Overpass. And so we'll see you there. Bombs drop, Grim gets the kill, op shot connects, JNT 16 health and the bomb in his possession, open route towards B.
Yes.
Run, brother, run.
And he knows that Grim is going to go for the vent rotation, so he knows he can just run down and plant. However, he goes up to have it.